So today we're talking about the brand new Hohem iSteady version 3 mobile phone AI gimbal. Now that's a mouthful first off, but secondly, this thing is freaking sweet. It's become my daily driver for all things vertical content. Now you can use this, of course, in landscape and portrait mode, but for the type of content that I've been using with this for tracking myself while using my cell phone, it's been freaking perfect. So thank you to Hohem for sending this out. But as always, honest and transparent review. There's a lot of things that I like about this and maybe one or two things that weren't the best, but overall, this is one of the best smartphone gimbals I've ever used, and I'm anxious to share it with you all today. So this gimbal is super easy to use. It starts off like this and you just pull it open like that and now it's ready to use. So it also has these feet at the bottom so that you can always kind of set this up on a table and be able to set it up. And I would make sure it's mounted in the middle of the phone. Sometimes that takes some, especially with this big old iPhone 15 Pro Max, takes a second to get that there. Then I would hold down the power button, boom. And then this is the magnetic fill light. Now this is also the tracker that allows you to track yourself when using the AI portion of the gimbal. And as you can see here, it's connected now and it's ready to go. And this thing is nice and fluid. It's so easy to get it going. Now obviously I was going pretty slow there because I'm showing you how to use it for the first time, or maybe the first time you saw it, I'm not sure. But after a while you get used to it. You just crack this thing open, you sit it down, put the phone on it, turn it on, and there you go. You get this thing up and running in seconds, which is always important when you're using something like this for run and gun type stuff. You want to get it going as quickly as possible and be able to deploy it, as they say, as quick as possible. Now, some of the nice things about this, the first thing you're going to notice is that it is an AI gimbal, so I can at any time tell it to track me, and it's going to track my movements, it's going to track my face, it's going to watch, follow me and things like that. And so that's perfect. Push stop right there to make it stop tracking me. As you see, it's not tracking me anymore. So if you wanted to position yourself or, within the frame or what have you, you can do that. Before we get too far into the features, let's talk about the packaging and what comes inside the box. Give a shout out to Hohem because their unboxing experience is still really nice. I typically don't always cover unboxing, but I had to on this one. When you first open it up, you see the tag there to get the application. It comes with a little soft carry case, USB-A to USB-C. Comes with a manual and a quick start guide that shows you how to use it, and this is the gimbal itself. Now, this is extremely small. When you look at it right here next to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, you can tell that if you're using this on the go, it's going to be a really nice compact setup that you can travel with very easily. The experience in using this gimbal for the very first time is phenomenal. I love the fact that they focus on the user experience by having labels and steps on all of the different pieces of the gimbal itself. Step 1, step 2, step 3, what it is and how to use it, etc. So I love the fact that they're focusing on that. Now, here you can see here on the right hand side is your magnetic fill light and AI sensor. This is the sensor that allows you to use your AI gestures and light your face. This gimbal also has the best standard features as well, like double clicking to reset it, triple click it to put it in selfie mode, a 1/4 inch for a tripod stand, has a control on the side to control your fill light, and many more. I mean, it fits in the palm of your hand, and those features aren't even the best thing. The really big thing is that you can do all that with this little bitty remote control. This little bitty remote control allows you to control this gimbal from a distance. And I can use my controller and I can move the gimbal using the remote. Like, that's freaking sick that I can do that. But a hidden feature in there is I can also use it has an integrated selfie stick in it as well. So I can also extend that. So it's chock full of features there. but I can use the remote control. I can use the remote control to control the gimbal from a distance. I can, you know, connect it via Bluetooth. I can change the mode. See, I can change it to portrait and landscape, but just by double clicking the remote, it's changing through the different features. I mean, there's this, there's a shutter button on there where you can push the shutter button directly, and that will allow you to start it and stop it. There's just so many things that you can do with this thing. It's just, this is one of the craziest gimbals that I've ever seen. As a content creator myself, I've started using this for all of my vertical content. And that may be good for you if you're in social media, into personal projects and different things like that. This allows me to set up shots that I typically would not be able to set up by myself, because it now gives me a personal camera person. This camera person can follow me around the room, help me do unboxings, help me navigate presentation and different things like that for vertical as well as landscape content. And outside of just your average standard vertical content, I've also used it for like basketball and training videos when I needed to get some vertical content for our team Instagram page and showing the work that the ladies were putting in, etc. I've done flat out full content, vertical content for other platforms. The ability to set the angle and things like that allows you to get shots that you normally would not be able to get when just recording yourself with no gimbal. Going back to using it for tracking, now tracking works really extremely well. It will lose the person sometimes when it's a situation like this, which in its defense, it's not designed for. It's not designed for basketball, fast moving things like that. In this situation, it moved from coach over to a player, back to the player. And if you continue to watch this clip, you will see when coach comes back into the foray there, it's going to switch back to him. So that is interesting to say the least. It's not designed for that, but I have been able to use it for that because of how good the tracking is. You have no problems whatsoever if you're just tracking yourself, you know, in a standard setup, you know, environment, creating regular content. The nice thing about the app is that it has so many different it has these little tutorials on the inside of it, and that one made me nervous, but what you see here, so that basically, it shows you different So the app is really nice in the fact that it has those built-in templates to give you a boost of creativity if you're unsure of what to use or what to shoot. So there's always some templates in there that you can find and use within the app. The app overall is a really nice app that you can manually control your camera settings, manually control the gimbal. You can do manual and or automatic settings when it comes to like your ISO, and shutter speed and things like that, or you can adjust that on your own along the way. So I'm gonna do one quick walk around outside in the dark so you can see how good the fill light is. And then from there, I'm gonna wrap up the review. I'm outside and it's not pitch black, but it is dark. It's nighttime. So we're being lit right now by the street lights, and this is what you would normally get. Now I can turn on the fill light. Once I turn on the fill light, I can turn that all the way up, and now I am lighting myself. So now you can see me. I can't see where I'm going because it's so dang bright, but this is a fill light. So even if you were in pitch black, surroundings, etc., you could still take this out and you could still create content by using this fill light. And again, the fill light has 3 different types. So double clicking it will take me through the different colors. Whichever you're comfortable with or whichever one you need or what have you, but that is what you can expect from the fill light. And pretty much, it's not pitch black. We have the street lights on, but it's dark out here. I live in the country, it's dark. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Now, again, this thing is chocked full of freaking features. Like I haven't seen anything on the market like this with the remote control. Now, of course, with that comes the possibility of losing the remote control, but you can buy it separately on their website. But overall, like, this is my daily driver when it comes to vertical content, just because I can use it for just a standard shot. I can use it for a tracking shot. I can use it from a distance with the shutter button control and all of those built-in templates in the Hohem app. If I wanted to do that for creativity, if I needed a spark or something like that, I have all of that in this one neat little package. And it's only $129. And that may seem like a lot of money for some folks, but $129 was the standard gimbal, the standard, just regular old-fashioned mobile gimbal about 3 years ago. So it is crazy how far these things have come, and I'm excited to continue to see Hohem and what they're able to produce, because this is, again, another great gimbal from Hohem. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed today's content, consider joining the Cozy Coalition and hit that subscribe button below. And as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.